What up, everybody? Double D's podcast here. I want to let you guys know, you know all the platforms. What are we on?
We're on Spotify. We're on Anchor. We're on Apple Podcasts.
And a big thing, too, we always like to say this. Each thing has a different way of showing love, support, all those different things. If you are listening to Apple Podcasts, make sure you leave a review, maybe some stuff you want to hear in the next episodes, all those things. It helps us out greatly. YouTube's like and subscribe, and I think Spotify is just liking the podcast.
Yeah, just make sure that you follow the podcast. That way it automatically downloads every time we're live. We're going to update once a week.
Yep.
Uploading once a week. So just make sure you show some love. All right, appreciate you guys.
And also, we'll have social channels coming up soon, so stay tuned for that and all that. So, yeah, appreciate everybody.
All right, here's the episode. All right. I think we're live.
Here we go.
Yeah, we're live.
Locked in. Episode number 2, Double D's podcast. Dirk, Devin. That's why it's the Double D's.
Double D's, baby. Episode 2. Attack of the Clones. Star Wars?
Never watched it.
Oh, jeez.
I played the video games, though. I mean,
See, I'm one of those people, it's called In the Basement, where I'm a nerd, but I don't want everyone to know it. That's called In the Basement. It's like in the closet, but in the basement, I guess. I saw it in an Urban Dictionary earlier. So, yeah, hopefully we got some talking points this time versus the last time, but it's going to be a lot shorter because an hour and a half is excessive.
That's why I just set the timer because I'm like, fuck, we can't go over because I got to check in for work. So if we do go over, that'll be a pain in the assholes.
And I think the big thing is really just, I'm just going to fucking whatever comes to my mind, dude. I think I need to get tested. I think I might have an issue where my brain just randomly thinks shit and I just fucking say it.
I have that problem. Like, when people just say a word and you just bring up a song.
No.
So somebody will like say something and I'll start singing a song because it has that lyric in it. And like, what the fuck are you doing?
No.
I don't know. It's the first
You know what song stuck in my head right now, though?
What? Glimpse of Us, Joji.
No, I listened to that song this morning. It's not that good. I think it's overhyped.
It's a pretty good song because, I mean, okay, we live in a day and age where TikTok fucking dictates what song's going to be number one and what song's the greatest.
True. Yep.
So that shit's going crazy for all the sad boys out there. But is
that your TikTok feed? Is sad boy hours?
It's starting to get to that point again. I don't know why. I'm a very happy person, and now I'm starting to see shit about like she's cheating on you, bro. I'm like, I'm not in a relationship. How is somebody cheating on me? Is my future wife out there getting dicked down by someone?
Getting dicked down in Dallas? That's another good song. Dick Down in Dallas.
I'm like, what the fuck? And it's talking about like all this shit. Like the new trend is that it plays that I think it's A Glimpse of Us or another song. And it's guys in the gym, right? Because people are like, yeah, dudes hit the gym when they get really depressed or they're going through a breakup. It's like the forbidden pre-workout is looking at old text messages from like your ex or something. And so there's this trend that's like, what do you guys like to hit in the gym? And it'll follow up with being like, some days I wish I would just fucking die so I wouldn't have to breathe here on earth. But I really like to do bench press a lot to work on my chest.
Holy shit.
So yeah, no, that's been my whole feed has just been that song, which I broke it down, listened to it, and I was kind of like, yeah, it's like cool feels for it.
Not for me.
At the same time, kind of like it's incredibly fucked up because the whole song is about him thinking about his ex while being with another girl and basically saying, I am waiting till I can get some like feels from my ex in you, but I can't right now.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking deep.
So
no, the song that was stuck in my head, I was listening to that Jack Harlow album, which is not very good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very good, but fucking Dua Lipa.
Ooh, that's a good song.
Dua Lipa.
I'm trying to do more with her than
do a feature. It's great. It's great. All right, so what do you got for talking points here?
All right. Well, first off, I thought recap the weekend.
Oh, yeah, we were supposed to film yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick.
You want to tell them why we didn't film on the weekend?
We did not film yesterday because I was drunk. But I was at a pool, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it goes hand in hand.
My full intentions, I'm not even kidding you, were to go there for a little while, get some good food, have some drinks, come back, film, and then if it was still going on, I'd go back.
Yeah.
That was my full intentions. And then you showed up, and I was basically already blacked out.
Well, so, because, I had, like, nothing going on. Like, I woke up, I thought I had a work meeting, but for Juneteenth, it was on Sunday, but I was like, I didn't know that they were going to, like, have it be respected on the Monday, so that's why everyone was off. And so, I was like, chilling inside, then I get, like, a text, like, come here. And I'm like, damn, I got to work at 6. I have to do, like, this Twitter Spaces interview. And I was like, I'll show up afterwards, though. I'm like, sweet. So, I pull up, everyone's just fucking... Everyone's getting a little nasty. Everyone's gone. I'm just like sitting. I'm like, wow, I missed a lot. I don't even know if I can catch up to this. I didn't even attempt to.
Okay, so I brought. So Elena had her Truly lemonades, brand new case. I got the Truly iced teas, brand new case, and then I brought whatever was left. I had like a case of like random leftovers, like Twisted Teas. So we get there, and I just popped open Twisted Tea down the hatch like it was nothing. Next one. Okay, well, we're trying to fill up these tubes for the pool by using an air compressor, and he like, and her dad didn't have like an attachment to just go into the tube and fill it up. I had to like jerry rig like 3 things to try to get it to work, and it just wasn't happening. So I sweat during that, and I was like, fuck this, I'm out. And so then finally we go out to the pool, and I finished that entire Truly case. And we were playing beer darts.
Fuck beer darts. First off.
Yeah.
But no, so yeah, like I jump in the game, man. Shout out to Jake Rose. I didn't mean to do this. So like I told you about this, but for the people at home, I had a soccer game a couple weeks ago on Sunday where I was playing goalie and I got absolutely battered and fucking bruised. Yeah. You would think that I got jumped outside of a fucking bar or something.
Which is ironic because you're the goalie.
Yes. It's like it's the position that you're probably most protected and like you shouldn't be getting hurt at. So like I tore my groin, which was my fault because I didn't stretch well enough on the first goal kick and I blasted that fucker.
That's how you know you're old, when you're like, I didn't stretch enough.
Yeah. And then I actually had it was Angie's birthday party when I was wearing my toga. I had Cleo step on the bottom of my shin and like this heel or whatever the hell she was wearing. Mm-hmm. And now I have this huge lump right here.
Right.
I took a cleat colliding with a teammate right there. So now my whole shin was swollen. And then I sprained my thumb. So this is where it gets interesting with the beer darts thing. Because we've been trying to play darts, and I remember telling you, I was like, I can't throw a dart.
Yeah.
Because the way my thumb is, I can't like bend it super far down. I can, but it takes a lot of resistance compared to this. I have to be like, restricted. So I get the dart. I'm like, all right, let's try this. And I completely forgot about it. Jake goes, hit my foot.
This is great.
I don't want to hit your foot, but it's like, anybody who plays beer darts, right? Usually just sit there. But the can was like, there's like not much leeway in between.
Yeah.
So I threw, and if my thumb didn't like give out on me, it probably would have been a good throw.
Yeah.
It like my thumb slipped, so the follow through went to the right, and this dart got lodged into his foot. And I was thinking from my angle, I'm like, oh, it can't be that deep. It might just be a little flesh wound. No, you know they say like when you get stabbed, keep the knife in you because if you pull it out, you could bleed to death. He pulls that out, and it's like something out of a movie, and someone gets their arm chopped off, and blood just goes shoots out of it. That shit shot up like a sprinkler, and I was like, oh my God.
Okay, so let me preface this. Literally about 5 minutes before that, I got one stuck right in my calf here. It didn't hurt at all, and it didn't like bleed like crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there, and it just goes boom, and I'm like, how do you miss that bad? Where it goes halfway up my leg. That's unreal. So then I'm standing right next to Jake when he pulls that out. It just goes.
Oh, dude, it was gross.
It pulsed. It was fucking disgusting.
Like I have no issue with blood or anything. So like I saw it, and I was kind of like, oh shit. But then he like moved his leg, and all the blood got on his thigh. And someone goes, "You hit him on the thigh too?" I go, "No."
No, that was bleeding from his foot all the way down.
Yeah, and it was like going down, like he had a huge cut that was on his thigh too. So and then what did they do? They dumped like Twisted Tea on it. Said no alcohol.
Yep.
Like so get a vodka.
I think they went and put vodka on it.
Yeah, they dumped a whole thing of Tito's like on the wound. Do you have to go get a tetanus shot after that? Or is that only like rusty?
I think it's only rusty things, but now you got me wondering. Well, if I start feeling shitty next week.
Let's go in the dirt though too.
Yeah, if I start feeling shitty next week, I think we know why. I'll go get tested.
But that's the thing. I've never liked beer darts. Let's just get that out of the way first. Like I
thoroughly enjoy it.
There's a lot of fun drinking games. And there's a lot of really bad drinking games. I put beer darts in the bad drinking just because I don't know if it's some of the people that we hang out with when they get drunk, they just don't know what the fuck to do. So trusting them to throw a sharp object to hit a very small target.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's pretty lethal. I mean, I think my biggest problem is like how far you have to throw it.
Yes.
I think that's where it gets to be an issue because then like if we have a ton of people playing beer darts, I have to throw it 35 feet that way to hit a can. Like that's really far. So then you're talking about I'm just going to muster up and just launch that bitch. And then what happens? Boom, right in someone's foot.
Yeah, I again, that's like the only reason I've taken a fucking dart to the nuts
before,
and that's where I drew the line.
Yeah,
it's kind of like me in baseball from when I broke my nose. Like if somebody throwing a baseball at me just scares the fuck out of me.
Really,
it's the same thing. I see a dart coming towards me now, I just immediately like fucking move like this. I'm like, fuck no,
just cringe up real hard.
Yeah, I'm like, and I see Jake Rose about to try to throw one at like into my thing. I'm like, fuck off. I'm gonna stand up and go over here. And now if you hit me, I know it's fucking intentional. Trying to get me back for what I did.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I had those 11 Trulies. This is all about why we didn't film yesterday. Yeah, so I had those, some beers at Beer Darts. Like I don't know.
I got to experience my favorite drunk Devin, which we've had this conversation before. There was that one time at the cave. This is like probably months and months back. But I don't know what happened, but we just got hammered so quickly. All of a sudden, we're out there dancing in front of the dartboard, and I'm like, I've never seen this man like this before in my life.
I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. So what happened was I started my night with Crown Apple and Sprites. Now, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you see me drinking a Crown Apple and Sprite, and it's early, like 6 or 7, you know I'm on a fucking mission.
Yeah.
There's no turning back to that, because that drink, it goes down in like 3 seconds, and I go, another one. And then boom, DJ Khaled, another one. Boom, another one. And then I look back, and I'm like, dude, I've had like 5 or 6 right now. I am fucked up. And I just keep going. And so that's how I end up in that state of mind, of which, yeah, I was dancing, which I never fucking dance, ever. And I was like grinding on AV. That's what happened. I was like grinding on another guy. It was just such a strange night. I think Elena has video footage of that.
Probably.
Where I think she Snapchatted it, and she was like, because I think I was annoying her, because I was just in that state of mind. Like, I'm just going to dance and grind and do whatever the fuck I want right now, whatever my body feels like, which was a lot of inappropriate things for the public, I guess. And I'm just literally like, I think Elena was pissed at me. I think she was like, you're annoying me. Go away. Because she was not near as drunk as I was. And I was like, well, then I'm going to go dance on AV.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a weird night overall. But yeah, speaking of bars, how do you feel about bartenders?
So Friday night was
that was Friday, right?
Yeah, I went out Thursday, just because like a little like stressful at work, you know.
Sure.
Like when we start this like new project, I'm just like, I need to go unwind real quick.
Yeah.
So I got way too drunk on Thursday, and I'm like, fuck. End up going home, wake up, I work, and we go out. And so I thought it was just going to be a night at the cave, but you know me and karaoke. When someone says there's karaoke, I'm like, do I want to leave my buddies right now, Trey and all them route? And I'm like, let's go karaoke. They said, where's it at? And I'm not going to say the name of the bar, but they said, all right, let's go here. And I'm like, I fucking hate that place. And the reason being is because every time I've gone there, it's been just a bad overall experience. Like, it's not like the drinks are bad. It's like it's a fucking small town bar. Like, it's not like it's anything too crazy. But every time I've gone, I think a total of 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, and it's either been really bad service or really like rude service. And I don't know why, because like everybody knows me when I'm out. I'm very polite. I'm not flagging down bartenders like demanding drinks. I tip well.
You're a very good tipper.
So that's what blows my mind. So like, yeah, like let's go to this place. Now, I remember the last encounter that I had at this place, we went there after the bars, because every bar in Byron closed at 1, and in the town that this is in, closed at 2, which is kind of like just the norm.
Yeah.
And so I remember pulling up to this place. I ordered 2 drinks, because I'm feeling myself. 2 vodka lemonades. I get them, and the bartender comes and grabs them and dumps them out and says, you're cut off. And I'm like,
Bitch, I just got here.
I've never been cut off a day in my life.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who.
Which there's been a few times you probably should have been.
Yo, 100%. But like, I sit there, and the person next to me, I go, did you see what happened? They're like, yeah, that's weird. All of a sudden, comes back up with 2 more drinks and says, I'm sorry.
See, now rude and bad service, I think, are like synonymous to me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I think there's bad service in terms of like, they take forever to get you a drink. But if you're like a bitch or an asshole for no reason, fuck you. I'm not paying you anything. And
so that's why, like, I went in there, and I'm like, if this bartender's in there, I'm not even going to say a word to her. I hope she doesn't serve me, because I was like, that just pissed me off. I was like, that's just so random and weird.
And it's one of those things where it's like first impressions matter.
Yes.
100%.
And like when it's small town bars, it's going to be the same people working.
Yeah.
Like they don't have a whole, work staff. It's like we can name every bartender when we go to the cave or when we go to Uptown or anything like that. Yeah. But we know who's going to be there, and we probably know on specific days who's going to be there. So it's not that big of a workload. But yeah, even then, like when we go in, like the night's still young. It's like 11 o'clock, right? They close at 2.
Yep.
It's karaoke and just attitude. I'm like, where does this come from? Like, I understand if you have a bad day of working, but the 3 times I've gone there, out of all 3 times, it's been the same thing.
That's so sad.
Yeah. And it's disappointing to be like, oh yeah, we finally have a bar that's within range of us. That like if we have somebody who is sober that can drive, and yeah, we can go there.
Right.
But why the fuck do I want to go there?
Yeah, that's a turn off. See, I didn't have that experience.
Yeah,
I don't know. They must not like your mustache or something. I don't know.
which is fucking stupid.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. No, my funniest story that you should have been cut off was, see, this is the problem. I go to the bar too much, right?
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, with Fridays and Saturdays typically, maybe a Sunday here and there, but
Well,
that's about it.
Let's recap my summer, shall we? So the problem is that I have a summer break.
It's true.
And I don't work during the summer. So what do? I sign up for every fucking league ever, right? Bags league, darts league, whatever kind of league there is, I'm in it. So I'm at the bar Wednesday nights for bags. And then we go, hey, yeah, we'll go grab, a drink on Thursday because somebody else is out, whatever. Well, that turns into shutting the bar down. And then Friday, you got to go out. And then Saturday, you got to go out. And then I catch myself out at a pool on a Monday getting absolutely hammered. That's the problem.
That's the rare occasion, though.
Yeah, that's true. That is.
Like, it's not every Monday, right? Because this was obviously a holiday, so everybody had it off.
Yeah.
So that makes a little bit more sense.
Right.
But when's the last time you got absolutely obliterated on a Monday before that?
I don't know because, honestly, I don't keep track of the days.
Yeah.
Like, during the summer for me, like, I don't even, like, what, is it Tuesday?
Yeah, what'd you say? You came up
Tuesday,
to me. We went to Dose and got margaritas, and you said, "Man, like I don't even know my days. I thought it was like Sunday." And I'm like, "It does feel like a Sunday, though. I don't know why."
It's just a day in the week. I don't know. I just wake up and it's on repeat for me. No, but my favorite Jamie story ever, or Dirk story, was, I don't remember. I think it was a holiday. You were asleep at the bar. You literally fell asleep on the bar top. Like literally just. I don't remember what that was. Was it a holiday? Or was it after? Oh, yeah, I think it was after Elena's birthday party. Was it one of those nights? Because we had like 2 jungle juice weekends in a row where we made that jungle juice. Oh, and everyone just got blackout drunk.
I think it was. Elena's
I think
birthday.
it was a jungle juice day. Yeah.
Yeah. So because we made that first jungle juice for the Halloween pub crawl.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, jungle juice is fucking amazing.
Oh,
it tasted great, but that's why it was the demise of every single person that attended.
Everyone that consumed jungle juice that night probably blacked out. And if you didn't drink enough.
Well, okay, so this is why it got so bad for Elena's birthday. Was so because we made the jungle juice.
Yes.
I made apple pie shots.
Also a
and
bad
I made
idea.
4 giant jugs of them.
Yeah.
And I remember towards the end of the night, I grabbed one of them. I'm like, it's about halfway done.
Was it a mason jar?
No, it was just the normal. So like you buy the actual apple juice in those big jugs.
Oh yeah,
and you just pour it back.
Yeah,
into
you kept hugging it.
Well, I was like, I paid for this shit. No one Venmo'd me it, and there was like half a bottle left. I said, I'm taking this all for myself. So I started drinking the apple pie shots, which you live under a rock, you know what apple pie is. I do it with Everclear.
And oh god.
So and I think I did 2 bottles for those.
And you're drinking shots.
Yes. But like they taste so good though. That's why. That's like the dangerous thing you're saying about the Crown Apple and Sprite. It just goes down so smooth. And I remember before we left, I ran to your backyard and just like gripped the fence and just like let it rip. I was just puking everywhere. It probably looked like a murder scene. Some got on my shirt. And I remember riding with Ryan St. Clair, Clay in the back seat. And there's a video of me singing Careless Whisper. I think I still have it on my Snapchat, just fucking screaming it. I remember getting there, having a good time, but yeah, I fell asleep like on the actual bar itself.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for this because I've seen people fall asleep at the bar and people start fucking with them.
Yeah.
I was so happy they just let me be.
Yep.
Until they're like, hey, it's time to go. And I'm like, okay. And then probably Angie always gives me a ride home. She always saves my ass. That's why I love her so much.
Shout out, Angie.
But like, I think she ended up just taking me home, dragging me inside, and then plopping on my floor. I wake up. I'm like, dogs, bedtime.
Dude,
go to bed.
That's got to be the worst time. I think the other, I'm trying to think.
I know the worst time going out and buying for me personally.
Really?
But we weren't really talking too much then.
Okay.
This was at the start. I want to say this might have been okay. It's probably like around February, May, 2021,
okay.
And that's when I had the bottle of Malort poured into my mouth.
Oh.
That 10-second pour.
What?
And so, because I just like, man, just want to get fucking hammered.
That sounds disgusting.
So, pour that into my mouth. Have it on video too, which I didn't even flinch.
Yeah.
Like I told Angie, don't stop either. I was like, even if I start to like gag it up or something and start shooting out my mouth, full 10 seconds, I was completely fine. I walked behind the bar because I'd spilt some on my hands and stuff like that. I washed my hands off. All I remember is washing my hands off, and I can picture this. As soon as I stepped past the bar, I remember nothing from taking that last step forward. So I'm like, what happened to me that night?
Okay, so a couple questions came to mind. How much did you pay for that, the Malort?
Good question.
Because it should have been free.
I think
they should have paid. They should have took money off your tab for you to take some of that Malort.
It might have been just because of how outrageous it fucking was.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't remember closing my tab that night because I think so. This is when what was it? All this was going down, and all of a sudden, like apparently at one point in the night, I was there, so I was blacked out, but I'm still like up and around moving. But Angie told me like there was just came to a point where she just looked at me, and I'm just like a zombie, just sitting there like looking around, start becoming like illiterate, not being able to speak like that. And so I think it was like,
and then you pulled out your British accent for no reason.
Just fucking. But like she said, like you're trying to communicate with us, and we don't know. So I think it was like Angie and Kim working, and then all of a sudden they see like me start to like regurgitate like this, and so I start like running to the back like that, and I have to confirm this. I don't think I puked inside. I think I made it to like the garbage can at least.
Okay.
And tried holding in and running out back. So like taking care of me, rubbing my back. I'm just letting it all out. And then the bar's closing, so they're carrying me inside. And so they let go of me and tell me to sit down on a stool. This one they had the old school stools, right? The ones that, because they brought in the new booths, so there was all like the high tops.
Yep.
And so they sit there and go, just sit here on the stool and don't move. Okay. And they said I got up and just fucking ate shit. Just boom, fell on the ground. They go, you dumbass.
That's tough.
So Angie like grabs me, like takes me to her car. She didn't know where I lived at the time, so she like drives around towards the front. And I say, dogs. And then my dogs are in the window, just like, what the fuck is going on? And she like dragged me. And she says, don't puke in my car. I was like, I don't know. Get out of the car, just like let it rip all over the lawn. She like picks me up and drags me to my front door, opens it. Huh?
What a saint.
No, that's what I'm saying.
She's such
and so angel. She opens up the door and like just throws me in, just closes it. And so this is the crazy part. I remember waking up on my floor, going like looking around, wondering, how the fuck did I get here?
Yeah.
And then just immediately walking straight into my bedroom.
Okay.
This is where the story continues and it gets even funnier.
Wait. So she. Okay. So you came to just after she like left you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I woke up.
So it's like 2 a.m.
Yeah. It's like, dude, it might be like 2:30 or around there. Funniest part about this, I promised to give my friend Mackenzie a ride to the airport at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that was dumb.
But so she even texted me, she said, don't get hammered tonight. And I won't.
As you're doing 10-second Malort.
And then so I set an alarm. Smart me, drunk, had set an alarm for like 7 a.m. And so I wake up, and during at some point in the night, I had puked on myself. And so I'm like, oh man, this is disgusting. I woke up feeling pretty good. I think I was probably still a little tipsy. And so I shower and everything. I'm doing amazing.
I have never puked on myself.
Neither have I. That's like the first time ever I've woken up. I'm like, oh my God. So
that's disgusting. She
comes over, and then all of a sudden the hangover starts to really settle in.
Yeah.
And I immediately am like, she goes, are you okay to go? I said, oh yeah, no, like I'm all good. I start driving, and
I'm impressed you made it. I'm really impressed.
But like barely made it.
I mean, yeah, but you still got up.
I start feeling like just my mouth watering and just coming up right here. And I remember driving down the highway, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I had to like fucking pull over to the side and just like puke. And she goes, what the fuck? I said, no, I'm going to be good now. Like one time, good. Drive for like another 30 minutes. Sit there, start feeling it coming up. I couldn't pull over fast enough.
What airport?
O'Hare.
Okay.
I couldn't pull over fast enough. All over my dashboard, all over like my pants that I was wearing. And I'm like, oh my God. And so I'm sitting there, I feel so bad. And I immediately like,
this is not a real story. This is a movie.
This is a fucking comedy series of what the fuck happened. But it's not even done there either. So puked all over myself, take my pants off, take my shirt off. So at this point I'm driving down the highway in my fucking underwear. Throw my clothes in the back. And so I'm just driving like
what a good look when you pull up to O'Hare Airport. They'd be like, hey, who let the homeless guy drive his fucking Impala?
This is what happened. So I pull over to let her out, and I get out of the car in my fucking underwear. And I immediately go, oh, shit. Like, get back in. So she's leaving, and I'm like, I've driven to O'Hare a million times. I know how to get home. I start driving. I'm looking around. I'm like,
dude, it's one road.
I took the Wisconsin exit to go to Milwaukee. because I'm like driving around. I'm like, wait, I haven't seen this shit before.
Oh no.
I drove like 30 minutes before realizing. I'm like,
so you're in Beloit.
no, so like so you're going to O'Hare, right? You're driving like right up the coastline, like you're going up by like Zion to Kenosha, going up to Milwaukee that way, from where O'Hare is. It doesn't take you down the highway to go there to Beloit.
Okay.
It takes you going like that.
Okay.
So I like drove for 30 minutes before I'm like, let me check my GPS real quick.
Turn around.
It's literally like, you're 2 hours away. I go, what? I was like, oh shit, I took the wrong exit.
God damn it! I like when Siri tells you, make a U-turn at the next legal option or some shit like that.
And so it was funny how it all panned out, because after I just got done puking, I was perfectly fine. The funniest thing though is like,
after you got done puking, dude, you fucking vomited on the dashboard. How did you clean that up?
With the clothes that I was wearing.
Dude, that's the scummiest thing I've ever heard.
No, I'm telling you, it was like, I sat there, I'm like, oh my God. And the funniest shit, I still asked her for gas money because I was like, I got you there on time.
Holy shit.
I said,
that's a big dick move.
I said,
you're just chilling in your boxers. Hey, so can I get the gas?
Yeah, I texted her. I said, I got you there on time, didn't I? She goes, yeah. I said, it's not Uber. Like, cool.
Of course it's not an Uber.
Like, we're
fucking vomiting.
I would have
what was she saying during this whole thing? That's what I want to know. What is she saying? As I can just imagine Actually, well, I can't imagine this because it just fucking sounds terrible. You're just driving along, and I just go, bleh. And I just vomited on the steering wheel, my own lap, on the dash. What is that person next to me saying? What was she saying?
I was getting called like a dumbass. Like, I told you not to do this and blah, blah, blah. And I think I hit with the... I always do this. When
not mad. I'm
when someone tries
disappointed.
to like not even like boss me around, but give me advice like that. Like, I told you not to drink. I'm like, you're not my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
Shut up, bitch.
So it's funny because I joke about it now, but there's a while I didn't talk to her because I'm like, she didn't give me my fucking gas money. I was like, I'm pissed.
Well, I mean,
but gas is also $2.
You also
back then.
She probably could just charge you money for emotional damages.
Probably.
That was probably the most traumatic car ride of her life.
I felt so bad though, because like once I got home and I'm just like laying there in bed, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
What the fuck did I just do?
I want to high five myself. I'm like, nice impression, you jackass.
Yeah, that was easily like, so there was that night where I fell asleep.
Yep.
But that night of the Malort going to that, no night has ever fucking surpassed it.
Yeah, I got one other funny puking story while we're talking about this.
Horror movie.
This arm was okay. So in college, we went to, it was RBI's. That was still like it was actually kind of like it was a younger crowd, right? We were just 21. And so our baseball coach in college was like he's a very like straight up dude. Like he doesn't drink, doesn't do anything like crazy. And he's very like about it. Like he'll tell you, he'll be like, don't do anything stupid. If I find out, I'm not going to be happy. But he'll bail you out of jail. Like that's what he does.
Yeah.
He's such a nice guy. And so we all go out one night, and this one kid on the team, his name is Kramer. Who names your kid Kramer? I don't know.
Isn't that like an old fucking TV show from like the 90s?
Seinfeld. No, it's a character on Seinfeld.
Oh, shit. I've never seen Seinfeld.
Ugh.
Fucking annoys me. Sorry.
It's a great show. It's fine. So anyway, Kramer Brandt's up there, and he gets tequila shots for the whole table. And we all look around, and we go, what are you doing, dude? He goes, I just bought tequila shots for everybody. And I go, I'm not doing that. I'm already fucking smoked right now. And so we all go around the table. We're like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. This guy had like 5 tequila shots or 6. And he goes, so nobody wants to do a tequila shot with me? And we go, why would you just ask before you buy them?
Yeah.
Common sense, dude. You need to take all these now. And he goes, fuck it. I already paid for them. Rips 6 tequila shots. 3 minutes later, he is not okay. Like, maybe not even 3 minutes later. He ripped, I think, like 4 right away and then took a little breather and then did the last 2. He just did them back to back. And then what happened was he got really quiet. We were all like, dude, you're not going to be okay. And at RBI's, they would give you a cup like this, but it was like the little plastic Pepsi cups, you know? And so he got a water, and he had the little plastic Pepsi cup, and he starts sipping on it, and he's really quiet, and all of a sudden he gets a little pale in the face, and we go, what the fuck? This dude literally vomits in the cup at the table, and some of it like overspilled onto the table, and I was like, and I just walked away. That shit was so nasty.
So, because you went to Rockford University, right?
Yeah, there.
Do they have like dorms and stuff there?
Yeah.
Because like I know it's like a university, but for some reason you don't ever hear too much about it. So I'm
No.
like, do they have like on campus living like from when you're there, like any other like NIU things like that too?
Yeah, so it's a really small school, but they have dorms, and a lot of the dorms that they have are suites, so like 4 people, right?
Yeah.
So my 4 years there, I stayed in a suite all 4 years. Because like typically what you would do is as a freshman, like let's go like NIU, right? As a freshman, you move into a dorm that's literally just you and one other person in this fucking closet-sized space, and you have like a communion bathroom. I think that's what it's called, like a community bathroom. You know, the whole floor shares like a bathroom. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
And they have like a common kitchen and a common area, whatever, on that floor. Well, at Rockford, because it is so small, the suites like are pretty much all across campus. There's not a whole lot of those kinds of dorms. Like there are a few, but a lot of them are suites. Like just a 4-person. So what it is there's 2 bedrooms, a living room, and your own bathroom. So you really only have to share the bathroom with 3 other people, which is nice. So I did that. I stayed on campus all 4 years. Like traditionally, you would stay, freshman year in a dorm, and then you would probably get an apartment off campus or some kind of off-campus housing. But in Rockford, that's just. I mean, I was playing baseball. I was not working. Like I would work the home events for beer money. That's about it. So I could not afford to just get an apartment. Like that's not a thing.
It's like also like you live in Stillman too, so it's like
yeah. I mean, my parents live in MC, so it's not like a terrible drive, but it's just straight south.
Yeah.
It's not something I would want to do because I was like, I'm gonna go to college, and I want the college experience, even though it was only like a 30-minute drive. But like staying there was so nice. Because then you got, a 9 o'clock class, you get up at 8:58 and then go. But it worked out pretty well. I was pretty happy with it. But yeah, I just stayed with all 4 years in a suite. And they have a froth course.
A what?
A froth.
What's that?
Bitch, you never heard of froth?
No.
What about disc golf?
Yeah.
That's froth.
So disc golf is froths.
Yeah, I need to look this up. Because officially it's called disc golf. But we called it frisbee golf. Froth.
Oh, okay.
I think they're synonymous,
I see. I've never heard of anybody fucking say that before.
Froth?
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I thought I heard of a froth, which is like what for coffee.
What the fuck are you talking
Frothing?
I've never heard of that.
I think it's like the foam, the milk that you get the thing, you put the steamer into it and it froths.
What in the British fuck are you talking
I'm pretty
about?
sure. Like I'm pretty sure it's
that is the fanciest shit I've ever heard.
I'm pretty sure it's called frothing, or it might be THRO.
Frothing. Look that shit up. That's not real.
Frothing. The act of continuing to pump a girl after you've Okay, so apparently there's an Urban Dictionary definition.
Yes.
Okay. Froth is the Merriam-Webster definition to foam at the mouth, to throw froth out or up, to become covered with, or as is froth, whole groves froth with nodding blossoms.
What in the fuck are you reading? Okay, that's not a real thing.
It is. Frothing coffee creamer. It's literally called a frother. Okay. It's the thing that you go.
Is that how they do the cool little art designs?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's frothing. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, look, that's frothing. They get like the steam, they put it in there, and it bubbles it up, and it's like.
People are out here getting paid to get frothed.
I can't believe there's an. So we're sitting here talking about frothing.
Yeah.
And this whole time there's an Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a good idea for a segment that we should do. I pulled up Urban Dictionary.
You want to froth? Welcome to the Double D's podcast.
The D stands for dip. We're double dipping in this froth. No, I want to do a segment. We'll do it a little bit later where I read you a word or like a phrase on Urban Dictionary, and I want you to try to guess what it is.
I'm down for that. Yeah. I was just hoping it's not going to be like that fucking Neanderthal game that we played.
Oh,
I can't.
That's a great game.
My brain just cannot process.
Yeah, saying one syllable
words is eat now.
Yeah, it's very hard to say one syllable words
without being able to use your hands too, being like.
And you know what's really fucking amateur of me? Like whenever I do syllables, I have to clap. You know how like there's sometimes that your brain you were taught as a little kid, like for instance, some of the kids now, I don't know if you were like taught this way, was the directions are north, south, east, west. They say never eat soggy waffles.
Never eat shredded wheat.
Okay.
British. No, because when we moved over here, and that's what we were learning.
Never eat shredded wheat.
Never eat soggy waffles, and I go, never eat shredded wheat.
But you can eat shredded wheat. It's called fucking oatmeal.
But I don't know. You can
okay.
eat soggy waffles. That's called.
No, you can't. It's fucking gross.
But you can still eat it.
Okay.
Joey Chestnut fucking eats glizzies and fucking hot dog buns and dips them in the fucking water.
Well, he's just built different, first off.
Dude, he is.
He's insane. But yeah, no, you ever like, so for syllables for me, I have to like clap. You know?
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to say the word syllable, I go syllable 4 or 3, whatever I just did.
That's what I struggled with in that game. I'm like, thinking of words and not being able to go. I'm like, fucked. I'm like, is food one or two? Food.
You have finger counter? I fucking hate those people. Just kidding, Elena. Love you.
I don't really like. I don't know. For me, like counting, I don't ever go like.
You know what? Like I think upsets me about it is, I mean, obviously I'm a math teacher, but you're an adult. I think you can do it in your head.
Yeah, I've gotten like I was always so bad at math. I've told you like my struggles that I had throughout life. But there's some things like if you were to sit there and be like, what's 68 plus this? I go, oh fuck, like, give me like a minute and I'll figure it out without going. You do this and do this. But it's like the same thing when we're talking about when you're tipping somebody or if like you're receiving a tip, like move the decimal place over, double that number, boom, that's how you get your tip.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to bring out a calculator for it, like a little tip of the trade. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I've sat there being like 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, it's just funny. Oh, cracks me up. Yeah. Well, and the other thing, did I say this last time? That I get really annoyed when people are like, yeah, you teach math. What's the math?
Yes.
I fucking.
Because I've been around you millions of fucking scenarios to be like, oh, wait, the
bitch,
bill's,
I'm not your fucking calculator.
The bill's $58. Devin, can you do the math? What's the tip? You're a math teacher.
Oh.
And then that's when I jump in. I go, move the decimal place over, add those numbers up. I still don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, it's tough. That would be like for you if I was like, hey, we got to record this ad. You just do it because you're a fucking sportscaster.
Yeah, it's like you do commentary and stuff. So why don't you read it?
That's what I was looking for. Yeah,
which I'm like, yeah, I will. I was like, how are you ever gonna learn how to do it if you don't do it?
Or be like, say it cool because you're a commentator. give me some cool lines. You know, I'd be like, what? This is not fucking on point like that. So okay, let me pull
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, we're gonna call this the what's a good segment name? The word of the week. Say it cool because you're a commentator.
It's like, welcome to the Double D's Word of the Week, presented by. This flag did not hang itself.
Okay, I gotta find a good one.
All right, I don't know. Well, doesn't Urban Dictionary give you a word of the day right at the top?
I thought it did, but
it used to.
I gotta make sure it's a good one.
Yeah,
like some of these are obviously shitty, and then they're just like some of them are just totally off the rails. You know?
Yes, like the frothing one. I had no clue that that's what it was called.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. Apparently this is a name. Okay, it's Arousa. Aroosa. Aroosa. You want me to read the sentence?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that kind of gives away. No, I'm not doing that.
I've like no fucking clue.
An Arousa is beautiful and is most likely to have big tits and a big ass. An Arousa is great in bed, and anyone who talks to her is lucky because she is an amazing person and has a great personality.
Where the fuck does that come from?
What kind of sad, lonely, single fucking woman wrote that?
Arousa.
Arousa.
I've never even heard of that word in my life.
I don't think it's real.
No,
that's why Urban Dictionary is just like
funny.
Yeah, I need to like find better ones.
You
can do like random ones.
You remember like back in the day, like the fucking Abraham Lincoln, the Alaskan pipeline.
Well, those are all like sexual ones.
Those are the classic.
You want me to do sexual ones? I can try to find some.
Just something that's not Arousa.
Sexual slang.
I don't know. Arousa, if you're out there, that's a fucking lie because I've never heard someone be like, damn, look at that girl. She's an Arousa. Look at that guy. He's an Arousa.
Oh, fuck. This is so hard.
Why? Because they're all easy? Or
well, like, okay. All right, here we go. Dutch and fuck.
Okay, this has got to be something because the only way I'm relating this to is like a Dutch oven. So I'm assuming you fart under a blanket and you bring the person down with you, cover yourselves up, and fuck.
Okay, it was not as sexual as that.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I just kind of found one that said Dutch and fuck.
I mean, I think fuck, so I'm like,
yeah, okay. Dutch and fuck is when a lame dude from Tinder or Bumble doesn't have a job but still asks a chick out on a date, then splits the check, going Dutch. Because he's broke, and even after he has the chick pay, he still tries to close the deal by asking to go back to her place.
Is that like a definition like Dutch? Is it like if you're broke?
Going Dutch, I guess, means like splitting. I don't know what that means, but let me click on that. Going Dutch. Going Dutch when each person, typically in a dating scenario, pays for their own meal.
Wow.
Becky, did he pay for your meal? Linda, no, we both decided we were going Dutch.
That's so fucking poor Dutch
I'm
people.
gonna say it to Elena next time. Hey, you want to Dutch this one or what?
Every time I go out with somebody now, she's like, "Going Dutch?"
Yeah.
What does that mean? I said, "We're going Dutch."
Yeah, we're going Dutch.
2 checks, please.
You know what I think of when I hear that the term Dutch? Did you ever watch that movie with Seth Rogen, Zach and Miri make a porno?
Yes.
You know, he talks about Dutch rudder.
Mhm.
He's like, it's totally non-gay. You're jerking yourself off, and I'm jerking myself off. It's non-gay. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? What else you got?
No, it's just like a weird thing.
Yeah.
Going Dutch.
Going
I mean, how many of those words from Urban Dictionary actually used in like fucking everyday today thing? I mean, I'm definitely at some point
20%.
In some point in the next like couple months, I'm definitely gonna go up to a girl and say, "Do you want to froth?"
What's the word again? Froth?
Frothing. THROTHING.
Okay, what is? I'm gonna look that up on Google Dictionary
What?
or Google Dictionary, Urban Dictionary. Okay, let me look up that definition again. Spell it.
THROTHING.
Frothing.
Frothing.
Froth means both, but for 3. Okay.
What? Ding.
I can't find it. Can't find it. Sorry.
You want me to pull it up?
Yeah, pull it up. Read the definition because that was hilarious.
Okay. Oh, sorry. It's an F. FROTHING.
Froth. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, this is gonna be funny.
I'm trying. There's a bunch. Okay, so the one that came up when you first Google it is the act of continuing to pump a girl after you already came inside her, creating a froth-like bubbling effect. My girl just went on the pill, so I've been frothing her on the reg. Other definitions:
Oh my God.
excessive excitement, typically about something of little actual worth, mostly used in the world of extreme sports, notably surfing. We held a contest in absolute epic conditions. The crowd was frothing that Kelly won a 6-2 board. Frothing is conservative came out to follow a candidate after he asked for their support against who called an onslaught of communists.
What the?
So
fuck?
frothing is collective noun for a group of conservatives. On January 6th.
Nope, I can't get past the first definition.
No, I like the first definition.
That is
a lot more.
hilarious. And you know what's even funnier about that is there is behind all of those stupid ass definitions and all those phrases and words, somebody has to fucking type them.
That the person who typed it, March 26, 2010.
Oh, that bitch has been around.
Yes.
Why have I never heard that before?
That's what I'm saying.
That is hilarious.
I've never heard that shit a day in my life. What else? Well, fuck. We spent a lot of time talking about the weekend.
Yeah, we did. That was it was
Saturday. Saturday was good too.
It was eventful. What was Saturday? I don't remember.
Well,
My days run together.
Saturday. So when Elena and her bank buddies were out,
Oh yeah, that was.
that's when we went to Dose.
Yep, that's when we had Mark.
Love the patio, by the way, Francisco. I'd like the margarita to go, please. I think they do those.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Well, I got a story. So in Wisconsin, do you know how crazy Wisconsin is?
Don't they have those laws where you can drink underage, right? If you're parents in like a restaurant or something.
Yeah. Which okay, that's one thing.
Yeah,
cool. They're just fucking crazy up there, dude. And I'll give you an example. So I go up to one of my coworkers has a cabin up north, and a couple years ago we went up there. There was 3 of us, and we go to a bar in town, and just have a few drinks, whatever. We're gonna go back to the cabin and make old fashions, which are fire. And then he goes, before we leave, he goes, "Oh, you guys want a roadie?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They put it in a to-go cup. I'm gonna say that one more time.
It can't be legal. It is.
I'm gonna say it one more time. Let it sink in. They put our beers in to-go cups. Oh, it's 100% illegal.
Seems like a setup mission.
That's what I said. He goes, "Oh, yeah, this is a thing," and I'm like, "What? swear, because it's not okay. And he goes, oh, yeah, well, we're just, we're a mile away. They know that, so we'll be good. And I'm like, what in the Wisconsin fuck is this shit? Yeah.
That seems like something that they would do, and then also
that was a sting operation.
A cop comes
a sting
out.
operation for sure.
Well, you know what's really sketchy too, even going off that? Have you ever noticed, I don't know, like if you go up to Wisconsin very much, there's a dispensary right before the border of Wisconsin.
Oh, that, yeah.
And I've seen cops like sit a little bit further down,
really?
So that they can get an angle of if people are pulling out a sunny side.
That pisses me off.
But like, at that point, you're kind of just asking, like, if like you put that there, it's like, cool. There's a whole we know why you put it there.
Yeah, you're gonna get all the traffic from Wisconsin to come down, buy your weed because it's legal here, but not up there. Yeah, it makes sense. Logistically, for business, it makes sense.
But like, what's the legality of it to where a cop can they sit out there and like wait? And if you have a Wisconsin plate and you pull out of there, and they follow you to going past the Wisconsin border, can they pull you over?
I think there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. In Wisconsin, is possession of marijuana illegal, or is it just the smoking?
I think it's everything.
Really?
I don't
like
think
hardcore. No,
I don't even know if medical is legal up there.
Yeah. Medical has to be legal. I have to smoke marijuana because of glaucoma, and they're like, no, fuck you.
Oh shit!
You can't just do that. There's no way.
So there's an article back from April 15th, 2021. Wisconsin won't legalize medical marijuana this session. So whenever like they were in court. Let's see how
shitty. Fuck you, Wisconsin.
Okay, so cannabis in Wisconsin is illegal for recreational use. Possession of any amount is punished by up to 6 months in prison and $1,000 fine for the first offense. Second offense is punished as a felony with up to 3.5 years in prison, up to a $10,000 fine.
Okay, so to answer this question, now that we know the law behind it, if a cop is sitting waiting across the border, and you cross the border, and they saw you come out of Sunnyside, first off, fuck that cop for having nothing better to do than to try to pick off people for having, a couple grams.
Yeah.
Fuck you. What are you doing? Go home.
They're like living in the olden times with these rules. I just looked, so there's a page where it's literally called, it's a law firm, Redden and Singer, about the basics of Wisconsin marijuana laws. And it says, if you have less than 200 grams, you could face up to 3.5 years in prison, $10,000 in fines. If you're caught with between 200 grams and 1,000 grams, you could face up to 6 years in prison, $10,000 fine. If you're in possession of 1,000 grams to 2,500 grams, you can be subject to 10 years and a $25,000 fine. Having 25 grams to 2,500 grams to 10,000 grams has harsh penalties up to 12.5 years of prison, $20,000 fines. And if you have over 10 grams of marijuana, it's the most severe penalty, which is up to 15 years in prison and up to $25,000 in fines.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
That is so dumb.
Because this is me. I'm just envisioning myself in this scenario. And I go, I'm going to go pick up a bunch of weed for my buddies. And I go, woohoo. And I drop $200 at the dispensary.
Yeah.
Right? Something like that. I don't know. And I go, all right, cool. Go back to Wisconsin. The cop follows me home. Woo. Berries and cherries. And I go, what the fuck? Yeah, sir. Is this marijuana? That's my terrible cop impression. Yeah, is this marijuana? And he goes, oh, fuck. He goes, come with me. Fucking cuffs him, books him. And now I'm sitting in a prison cell? What in the fuck?
Not even license registration. Like, what?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like, and then my cellmate's a fucking massive, like, neo-Nazi or something like that. And he's like, what are you doing here, boy? And I'm like, weed.
Well, it's like, that's what it says.
He's like, oh, I'm in here for murder. I'm like, oh,
it says
cool.
up to 200. Like, so I don't know much about weed at all. Like 200 grams, I don't know how much that is. Especially, like, I don't know how dispensaries sell it.
That's a pretty decent amount. I don't know if the dispensaries will sell you that much.
So it said up to 200. So, like, I'm assuming that, like,
well, there's 16
take
grams.
It away, fine you, like
16 grams in an ounce.
Okay.
Wait, I don't think that's right. 16 ounces in a pound. I don't know what I'm talking about, actually.
Just throwing numbers out there, but no,
I teach math. It works.
But like, that's why I sat there. I'm like, dude, that's just so fucked up. Because I remember driving by, because I think it's about, I want to say like a mile away from officially crossing into the Welcome Wisconsin sign.
Yeah.
And so again, like, I understand why you do it, but no, I can't believe we're still in 2022. And one, people are in jail for marijuana charges still, which blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Two, it's just not legal everywhere. It blows my fucking mind.
Also,
I still need to get confirmation if medical marijuana is even legal. That was back in 2021. So
can you imagine that? They'd be like, I have glaucoma. Sir, you cannot smoke. Bitch, I have glaucoma.
Just fucking go down to Illinois, go to a fucking park, and just go smoking and go back home.
I would. Oh, that would be so infuriating. You have a medical marijuana card. You got it legally, and then they're like, can't smoke it.
Yeah,
What?
That's what's so.
What in the 1800s bullshit is that?
It's like I do like Wisconsin a little bit, but at the same time, Wisconsin has like a weird vibe to some places of it. Milwaukee's kind of cool. Like I've always liked going up to Milwaukee.
There's
like a night out.
I think Wisconsin is a great summer destination.
Yeah.
But like trying to live there, I think there's a lot of very conservative pockets.
Yes.
You know? And I think that kind of still
it's like the first time Wisconsin's gone blue in like an election, like for fucking forever.
Yeah, that was a really big deal.
So, but even then, it's like just because it's blue doesn't mean that it's like there's so many parts of Wisconsin that you would go to. It's like I remember I used to go to Madison sometimes.
Well, it's the same
There's
shit
mix,
here.
like,
whatever Chicago does takes the whole state.
Yeah,
doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't fucking matter.
So yeah, it's interesting. So we got about like 10 minutes before we hit the hour mark. So I want to talk about one of the best conspiracies of all time because this is one that I've researched a lot about. John F. Kennedy. Because I've seen there's like so many documentaries about it, right? And so I always thought this was the most interesting one because he was a very good-looking guy. He was a younger guy too. Had all those scams.
Was piping Marilyn Monroe, right?
That's what the rumor was. And that's why people think that something might have like, damn, we can't have our president fucking doing this.
Oh, like he can't be having a side hoe?
Yeah. Like damn. It's
like, he can't. He can do whatever he wants.
But I'm pretty sure, too, like I haven't looked up in a lot of in terms of, only for what I've seen in documentaries, I'm pretty sure like JFK was just like doing such a good job and like getting ready to change so many things. That's where they're kind of like.
Why can't we have someone like JFK run for president right now?
Why can't we just have fucking politicians who are competent?
I mean,
in office positions.
Let's start there.
Get rid of the senior citizen politicians,
That's
please.
What I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, JFK was the youngest president ever, right? I think he was like 36 when he got elected.
He's pretty young.
Yeah.
So I'm a full believer, which you kind of touched upon too, is that the government did it. Just because of everything that was going on. So I believe like Lee Harvey Oswald, they had hired him, and then just what are the fucking odds that Jack Ruby was able to get to Lee Harvey Oswald with a gun and kill him? So because there's a couple different conspiracies. There's a government hired him.
Okay.
There's the mob did it because of the Marilyn Monroe stuff, or if there was stuff maybe going on in the back end of it. They're saying that Russia did it because Lee Harvey Oswald. They said that he might have had some sniper experience, so they were the ones to get it. So like there's like the Zapruder film, the man in the fucking bushes. Where did the shots come from? Because in the video, one goes like this, and then the next one looks like his brain blows out from the back. So it's like, okay, that means a bullet would have to come from the front. That's what's so fucking weird. And get this is like the cherry on top of why I think the government did it.
Okay.
So I looked into this, and I'm pretty sure one of the documentaries I was watching says that. So he died in Dallas, right? That's where the assassination happened.
Okay.
They are supposed to perform an autopsy at the hospital that he arrived at. What they did is that when he arrived, they got the body, took it straight back to DC instead of doing an autopsy at this hospital. So that's why there's like covering it up. So where they could allow the DC doctors to go at it, all in the spiral in the circle of the government, instead of having this independent doctor at this hospital doing the autopsy to see how everything went.
I don't know enough about this topic.
So I'm saying, but it's like, it's wild.
Oh, of course it's wild. But I think.
And they swore in, was it Andrew Johnson on the flight to DC? Like that quickly?
Wasn't it Lyndon?
Was it Lyndon or Andrew?
Andrew Johnson? That's not a person.
It's not?
No, Andrew Jackson.
That's what I'm fucking thinking of.
Andrew Jackson was a president a long ass time ago. Civil War, I think. Right? Lyndon Johnson definitely took over for JFK.
Oh yeah, so you
Lyndon
got it right.
B. Johnson.
Yeah, Lyndon
what does
B.
B
Johnson
stand for, bitch?
So yeah, it's like they swore him in like on the flight going to there. But that's what I always thought was funny is that how don't you follow the I know it's the president, but how don't you follow the protocols of do the autopsy where it was, allow a neutral guy to do it instead of flying it back to DC and trying to cover everything up?
I don't know. The first thing I think of when it's like Lee Harvey shot JFK and then someone shot Lee Harvey, I think of the fucking Spider-Man meme.
So yeah, it's like, but it's
like, dude, what the fuck is going on here?
If you go back and look at any videos of like assassination attempts happening on presidents or anything like that, the fact that these guys were able to get so close to them. I don't know if you ever saw the one of Ronald Reagan assassination attempt.
No.
like a guy was right up in front, fucking took 2 shots, whiffed, and immediately just got fucking tackled to the ground.
Yeah.
I tell people this all the time. Forrest Gump taught me more about American history than I actually learned in school.
I believe that.
Because it touched upon like every little thing. They had all the original footage from all these different parts.
You know what's crazy about so history in general is always written by the winners.
Yeah.
So that's why so we have like some foreign exchange students, and I'll ask them, I'll be like, like what's different here than, your home country, whatever. And and they'll be like, well, I think American history is very interesting. And I go, okay, why is that? And they go, because everything that like we learned about the United States is like, in my perspective, it's like a third party. You know what I mean? They'd be like, okay, this happened in the United States, blah, blah, blah. And here it's like, yeah, we won World War II.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, America. And just that kind of shit. So it's like, all right, well.
When I tell you, like, I only went to school till I was 10. My brother went to his 13.
Yeah.
But, like, when I tell you, because people don't know this. A lot of people get so fucking confused when telling this. In England, you get done with school when you're 16 years old.
That's fucking awful.
That's when you're done and, like, you're getting ready for you what they call, like, uni, like, university.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, you finish when you're 16.
Mm-hmm.
So my brother's 13 years old, and he's 3 years away from, like, completing
And now
school.
he's got to go for 2 more years.
Don't learn shit about the U.S. in England.
Oh.
You learn nothing about the United States.
Really?
All of English history is you learn about, the royal family, everything that happened in England. You learn about the Anglo-Saxons, Vikings, the Roman Emperor, like all that stuff.
Vikings.
So like where here, like you have U.S. history, then world history.
Yeah.
You basically just have like European history.
Okay.
Well, they'll touch upon stuff, but you never hear about the United States.
Yeah.
So that's
because we're so new. Well, also because we kind of said, fuck you, Britain.
The only thing that I knew, because it was in a textbook about the United States, and it blew my mind because you don't have anything like that in England, was there was a whole section in his textbook about part of the U.S., and it was talking about how they have trolleys and trains in the middle of the road. And I'm like, I'm moving to this place? It was San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I'm moving here? There's fucking trains in the middle of the road? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Because everything in England's underground.
Yeah.
So I remember, like, before we're getting ready to make this giant move, I'm like, I don't know shit about this. I don't know anything, nothing about the U.S. So when I move here, I finally see a map of the U.S. for the first time. And I'm like, where the fuck are we? Teacher's looking at me like,
you're looking for the directory? What? You are here.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, where are we? She's like, oh, we're in this state. I said, oh, where's Washington, D.C.? Because that's the only thing I knew. I thought it was like in the central part of the country for some reason. So
yeah.
I thought it was like smack dab in the middle.
I think that's a very common thought when you're a kid is like, oh, the capital's in the middle.
So I'm like, no, it's like over here. I go, oh, where do they have like the trolleys that people ride on, take them around?
Oh, that's all the way the fuck over there,
goes,
dude.
There. Like, oh.
And guess what? If you want to drive from Washington to there, it's going to take you 18 hours.
I go, oh, well, that's interesting. And then then had me fucking go in front of the class, point at a map. Oh, where are you from? And I was like, I never even looked at a map of where I fucking lived. I can't even tell. I can't even pull out a map right now and be like, yeah.
But you knew your fucking directions with shredded wheat.
Fuck yeah. I know northeast, southwest, and I'm pretty sure. So I lived in Dagenham, Essex, United Kingdom. It's like broken up into like districts almost. So Dagenham was not a very good place, but it was in Essex. And then you got like London. So it was like, I think it was Dagenham, Essex, London, United Kingdom, or Dagenham, Essex, United Kingdom.
That would be like me saying Byron, Illinois, United States.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, no. Well, not even that, because it's not like well, it kind of is like a state, but I don't know. That's why I still get so confused whenever my British family sends anything. I look at their address.
Where's this from? 4 things listed. Like,
well,
what in the fuck?
Because you had to, when I was planning to go over to England for New Year's, you had to get a COVID test ordered so that you have to take when you arrived. And so I messaged my aunt and said, hey, what's your address? She sends me this address, and when you punch it into the system, it pops up. Like, there's this whole separate part that's like her district, if you will. What the fuck? And then if you change just one thing of it, boom, a whole bunch of addresses pop up, and it's all locked into that.
Why does that have to be so confusing?
I don't know. I really have no fuck. I don't know if it's just a Manchester thing or if that's like how it was everywhere where I was at. But yeah, like I was born in, technically, the hospital I was born at was Barking, Dagenham, Essex, United Kingdom.
Whatever. England's weird, man.
It is.
They're just different. It's fine. Hey, we
like I didn't even
difference not always better.
Get this. This might blow your mind a little bit. Okay. I did not even know what the fucking Revolutionary War was until I moved to the US.
Wait, what?
Did not know what the Revolutionary War
They
was.
didn't. Okay, see, that's what blows my mind.
So
Is
they
that you're
said
telling
winners
me
write the history and teach it.
Yeah.
Never heard of the Revolutionary War until I moved here.
It makes sense.
When people start making fun of me going, oh, you fucking lost the war, I said,
What's up, you stupid redcoat bitch?
I literally go, what war?
Yeah.
Revolutionary War, bitch. And I'm like,
take your tea back and suck it,
I
motherfucker.
said, what is revolution? And then they have, when you're getting taught history in the U.S., they have a whole segment about the Revolutionary War because how important it was.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm sitting there in class, the only British guy. Everyone's like, yeah. I'm like getting every time the Star Spangled Banner would play before an event. I'm like, this is about my country getting our ass whooped and somebody taking the time to write.
That's what's funny. To me, the Star Spangled, our national anthem, is basically like a gigantic middle finger to Britain. I think that's hilarious.
That's why I sat there.
That's why I think we played as much as we possibly could.
Well, because I think the story of the Star Spangled Banner is like somebody was like kidnapped on a boat and then they took the time out while all the fireworks and stuff are going off and all the fighting's going on. They wrote it.
But I don't think there were fireworks, right? It wasn't a cannon explosion.
Yeah,
like all that kind of shit. It was
so
like
kind
Francis Scott Key.
Kind of the same thing.
Francis Scott Key is the one that wrote it. Yeah, not quite, but yeah. One's hurling a fucking boulder at someone that's gonna take their head off, and the other one's like, oh, that's kind of cool.
I wonder if there's conspiracy behind that. Like, did he actually write it, or did it just get to a point in time where
government wasn't a thing yet? So no conspiracies.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
but yeah. So every time that would play, I'm like, well, this is about my country getting our ass whooped. I'm like, okay. I remember being at soccer practice. I remember somebody kicking my legs out from under me.
Someone's probably like, we got this British kid. He's gonna be fucking great.
I'm like, Revolutionary War, bitch. I'm like, okay.
Stupid redcoat.
I'm like, yeah, just fucking. That's why I'm gonna be that for Halloween this year. I'm just gonna walk around as a redcoat.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Just whipping tea bags.
Have one of those cool like 3-pointed hats.
The fucking pirate looking hats.
And you got to wear a wig. You got to wear like the George Washington looking wig. They have the fucking stupid curls on.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
no reason. What is that about?
Like the judges that still wear those.
What is that about? What are you doing? Take it off.
I just don't like the old traditions.
Yeah, I think
we're officially over an hour now.
Is that podcast?
Yeah, that's podcast.
That's a podcast. Oh, we got to come up with a title though. Episode 2, Attack the Clones.
You could do that. Attack of the fucking episode 2, Attack of the Drunks.
Ooh.
Yep. That's Jurassic Park.
Yeah. What do you? God damn it! So that's a podcast.
What's the Star Wars one?
That's
That's
one of them. That's one of them. Yeah.
Luke, I am your father.
Kind of scary good at that.
He doesn't even say that. That's the Mandela
that's
effect.
the Mandela effect. Yeah.
We got to talk about that next episode. We're talking about Mandela effect next episode. Write that down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit. That's a wrap. Thanks for coming, guys. I found out too. So you know how I always do like the classic, like, subscribe, do all that. I don't even know what fucking platform that's on. Like, they're all different.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's like and subscribe and leave a comment, whatever. So on podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, you got to write a review. So if you're still listening, please write a review. And then that's how you like get the algorithm like feeds into that. So we got to write reviews. We got to hire people. I'll pay people.
So
to
I think
reviews.
Spotify is liking the podcast.
I think
Apple Podcasts is reviewing it. YouTube is liking, subscribing. I've never even honestly listened to a podcast on Amazon. I don't even know if it's on there, but
or Google Podcasts. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
But that's about it.
Cool. Is that a wrap?
Wrap it up. Press
All
the hotkey button. Get us out of here.
Yeah. Well, peace out, guys.